Hey guys, and welcome to Red Spirit Games. Today I bring you the complete City of Tears guide, where I'll be walking you through all of the boss locations, the character locations, and item locations. Once you use your city crest to open the gate, just run to your right. Don't forget to grab the geo in the ceiling in the previous room, and we're just going to continue to our right. Thank you to everyone who liked my previous guides and gave me some comments on them. And if you aren't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss our future guides. We have some really cool stuff coming up, like the guide to all the Grub locations and the guide to all of the charm locations. Anyways, if you're following along with this series, then by the end, you will have completed all of the content available in Hollow Knight. We have some new enemies here. You might see them throughout the City of Tears. They're these exploding bats. If you try to hit them, they'll explode on you, so I'd just recommend trying to dodge and just run past. But now we're going to drop to the passage below us, and we are on our way to head to upgrade our nail and find the Nailsmith. So just continue on this linear path, and we're going to drop down again. There's a couple more enemies. These guys are a little tricky. You can nail jump their heads, and that seems to work pretty well. Otherwise, just when they swing, back up and then go in for a hit. And then we come across this elevator, and we're just going to smack the lever inside of it to take us down. You can jump off into the middle section there, which I'll show you. And there's some lore in here you can read. There's a good amount of lore throughout the City of Tears that we can find. But then we're going to drop back down, and we'll find our first bench to the right, and Quirrell will be there. So you can save and reset your spawn, talk to Quirrell real quick. And after we're done with that, we are just going to head down the passage to our left of the bench. I believe this is our 4th time finding Quirrell. If you guys want, let me know in the comments if I should make a video of all the locations that you can find Quirrell at. Anyways, we're going to continue down this way, head to our left, fight this guy. You guys will get used to his moves pretty shortly. Then we see an elevator, and we're going to pass it and drop down a level. Then dash across, fight this guy here, and instead of deposits, it's chests, geo chests, but I'm still going to refer to them as geo deposits for the video's sake, since that's what I've been doing for all of them. But when we drop down here, we see this sign, and we're going to take this left and be on our way to the Nailsmith. In this room, it's just a bunch of platforming. There's some of the old school bugs from Forgotten Crossroads. But yeah, we just make our way all the way over to our left, and you can dash across these gaps, and eventually we'll come to the end where we can climb up to the Nailsmith. It's also pretty cool that you can see like nails in the ground, like you can see one right here. That kind of signifies this is where the Nailsmith is. Anyways, we'll take care of these last couple bugs. Use your Manus Claw to jump up this way and dash, and you'll find the hut. So then we walk right in. We're going to talk to the Nailsmith. You can get your first upgrade for 250 geo, so go ahead and do that. And then we have a cool little cutscene here. Now if you want to upgrade your nail further, we have to wait until we find some pale ore and bring that to the Nailsmith. Anyways, we backtrack our way back to this elevator. You're going to call it down. Once you take it up, only take it about halfway, and then you'll find the place where you can jump off and dash. We're going to go across these rooftops to the other side of the building. There's some new guys that are kind of like the soldiers, but they're flying. Pretty annoying, but once we get about halfway across the bridge, we're going to platform up, and there's some treasure we can find. And then here soon we'll find a new character, and I can finally show you guys what we're going to do with the Hallownest Seals that we've been collecting, if you have been following my guide up to this point. But yeah, so we take this path up here, deal with this one more flying guy. Careful that he doesn't knock you down, but there's the Hallownest Seal we can grab. And then we're going to head back to where we were, or you can just jump to the right here and jump over. And to our right, you'll see this like end of this bridge, and we're going to go in here after we killed this flying knight. Once we step in the building, there's a big guy who's kind of similar to the other knight. He has a little bit of a different moveset. Sometimes he'll dash at you and you'll have to jump over. But just drop down this passageway over here. You can hit this lever to open this shortcut. Then we're going to pass this elevator, and up on the left hand side is a geo deposit we can go ahead and grab. And after that, we're going to go meet our new friend. So we hop back down, cross back over the elevator, and we'll see the sign. It's like a sign with a star on it. And once you walk in here, you'll find Relickeeper Lemm. He's going to be who we can sell the Hallownest Seals to for a good amount of geo, as well as some other items, one of which we will be finding on our path through the City of Tears. But then we head back up and get on the elevator and go up one floor. We're going to be taking this path to find our map for the area, and also there's going to be a shortcut that we can find to get back to Forgotten Crossroads and some other hidden stuff that we can find. So on our path, there's a couple knights we got to take out. Once you take this one out and go up a floor, there's another new kind of knight. He's just like the flying knight, but he has a lance instead of a sword. So just watch out, because he'll target you and throw the lance at you. Other than that, he's pretty much the same as the other guy. After we beat him, we're going to Manus climb up and then dash to get over here, and then you can just climb this left wall. And then we're going to climb up this passageway and jump through the ceiling. We got some more knights to deal with. Once we climb up, we get another lance knight. Then hit this switch up here to unlock another little shortcut and just drop all the way down through the floor this way. We unlock another door. So basically we're just making it so the area is easier to traverse. We're going to climb across that elevator and follow this pathway downwards until we find another switch that's going to open another door. Once we do that though, we can jump back up. Make sure you don't jump on the elevator like if it's underneath you, because the spikes will hurt you and you'll have to start back where you jumped from. But then we're going to take this pathway up, jump through the ceiling here. Then we're going to climb up this left wall, and we see a sign that we're going to follow. So once you go up this way, you can stop on the first floor you reach, fight this knight, and then we get our first grub here. So climb on up with your Manus Claw, grab that grub, and then we're going to go right back to the elevator and take it up to the next floor. Now this next floor has some knights that you have to fight, but we see the little map piece that tells us Conifer is this way. So you got one big guy to fight, and then once you defeat him, there's going to be a regular knight and a flying knight that you have to fight at the same time. They try to double team you, and it's not too easy the first time, but you might can pass it on the first try. And once you do beat them, it'll unlock the door to the left, and then we're going to take that up and we'll be in the room where we can find Conifer. So hop on up. Conifer will be to the right. There's also a toll here. So pay 90 geo for the map, and if you pay for this toll, then it'll drop a bench for you. So we can set our save point here. This is also the best save point for the boss fight, the major boss of the area. So we will be coming back here. But first we're going to jump over here and dash up. In the next room, assuming you saved Zote, then he will be on the bridge and he'll have some dialogue for you so you can talk to him. If you haven't saved him yet and you're wondering how, then you can find that on the Green Path video I made. And let me know if you guys want like a specific Zote questline video that I could possibly make for you. But once we get in here, this guy just killed himself on the roof spikes. But yeah, go ahead and hit this lever over here. It's going to unlock a shortcut across the top of the area. But we're going to hop up and go into our topmost right corner after we take care of these flying guys. But in this top right corner, we're going to find some more treasure. To reach our area that is after the City of Tears, we're going to need this item. It is called the Simple Key. And yeah, you have to use that to unlock the next area. So up here, you can grab it. There's also another Simple Key you can buy from one of the first vendors. I think it's Fly's shop. But after we grab that, we're going to head to the left across here and to the very top. And this is where we're going to end up finding our shortcut. So go ahead and jump up to the left. We see the sign for the Stag Station, but we'll come back this way. We can kill these guys to find a Wanderer's Journal, which is another one of the things that the Relickeeper will buy from you. So we can pick that up for some more geo later. And then we're going to continue to our left. Reach the end of the room and we'll come across this place where you can pay a toll, pay the 150 geo, and it'll bring a giant elevator down to you. And so there's a couple things that we can get up here. So hop on the elevator and head up. We're gonna find two things up here. To the left, we're gonna find a soul fragment, or a vessel fragment, and then to our right is a shortcut to the Forgotten Crossroads. So first we're gonna take this left, just hop up here. There's a couple bugs to kill, and then we just follow this path. It's pretty linear. Once you do beat these guys, there's a path going down, and once you jump down, you can't jump back out this way, but we're gonna find a shortcut that will allow us to jump out from the start. So down here, kill these bugs. For some reason, I took the right path to unlock the shortcut first, but you can just go left and grab the vessel fragment and then unlock the shortcut on your way back. But yeah, so through this way, this will open up, destroy the wood. There's our shortcut. And then we head to the left, and it's just a room with a vessel fragment in it. And a couple more bugs along the way. But yeah, get rid of them. And then once you grab your vessel fragment, just head out the way we came, and then we're going to take the right, and I'll show you where it connects to the Forgotten Crossroads. And just in case someone may not know, once you collect enough vessel fragments, then it'll increase the capacity for your soul. Anyways, we pass through here. You just run all the way to the end, and it kind of pops us right back out to the path that we found Sly on, into this room in the Forgotten Crossroads. So after that, we're gonna head back, go down the large elevator again. Then where we saw that Stag Station sign, we're gonna follow it next. So we head to the right, back into this room, reach the end, and then we'll see where the sign was. We're just gonna hop up, and we're gonna try to reach this top right corner. There is a knight we have to get through, but then once we beat him, you just keep on heading right and you'll find the Stag Station. This is gonna be a good point to go back and spend all this geo. You can see I've collected quite a bit until this point. So we rest and set our spawn, and then you have to pay 200 geo for the toll. If you've been following my series, then you should get the achievement for unlocking half of the tolls in Hallownest by now. So I head back and buy a bunch of stuff. If you can afford it, grab the lantern from Sly's shop, because that will be needed to traverse the next area after we get through with the City of Tears. Anyways, we head back through this way. You can smack this chain to kind of drop down. It's a little bit of a shortcut. But now we backtrack from the place that we started, because we are going to go and chase down the boss of the area. That was just a little example of what happens when you fall on the spikes. Anyways, hit the bottom and head to the right. We're going to cross the bridge that we found Zote on earlier. You'll notice that he's gone now. And now we pass back by Conifer. Go ahead and set your spawn to here, because it's the best place to reach the boss arena from in case you don't make it on your first try when you fight the boss. Anyways, we head back through this way, and to our right we find this room, and we're gonna find some new enemies here. They're kind of like mini versions of the boss of this area, but they shoot these orbs at you, and it's really annoying. They're kind of hard to dodge. Plus, he's moving around so fast. Anyways, you can probably spirit blast him pretty easily. But yeah, you can see he's giving me a little bit of a hard time. But eventually you'll kill him, and then we're going to head up through the roof. And now we have reached the Soul Sanctum. Just head to your left here. You can hear Conifer, and this is where we're going to unlock a little shortcut. Just hit the wall on the side, and it'll break open the way to Conifer, and then in case we do have to respawn here, then you can just jump through that way, and it's a little bit of a shortcut for you. Also, when you pass back through, make sure the elevator isn't at the bottom, because you'll fall on the spikes. But we're just going to keep heading back the way we came from and cross over the gap and go up. We can hop on this elevator, If you stop on this middle section, there's some soul you can get, but there will spawn an enemy. These guys are called mistakes, and they're a little bit annoying. Some points there's just going to be like a crap ton of them, and they're harder to deal with. But then we're going to take it up to the top, and we're going to take this left-hand path. Don't take the elevator yet because the door is blocked, but a guy will spawn, one of the soul shooter guys. Once you take care of them, there's going to be a switch up top, and then that's going to allow you to reach the door in the ceiling, which there is a little mini boss in. But if you climb across that gap there, there's another piece of lore you can read, so check that out. And then we're going to hop down, and now we can take the elevator up and get ready for a mini boss. He's not too tough. He's a little bit of a mixture of the Fat Knights and the soul shooter guys, so he does have some magic. But yeah, we reach the top, and then we go into this room to our right, and you get locked in here with him. He'll pretty much dash at you, do the slam, and he might shoot some magic at you. So I fight him for a minute. He's kind of easy to dodge. He's a little slow. He still hit me though. But yeah, soul blast him. That'll do some good damage. And then eventually you'll beat him and go to the next room. And we won't have to fight any more of these guys after this, so that is good news because they are a little tough. But yeah, we just head off to our right. So in this next room, we're gonna head downwards and unlock another shortcut. There is gonna be some magic guys spawning, but I just run past them. You can hit this lever, and that unlocks your shortcut. Then we're gonna climb back up this way. We're gonna be watching out for the mistakes that spawn, and also the magic shooter guy. But we're just gonna like platform our way all the way up to the top of this room. Give him a good couple smacks and he'll die. Another good strategy here is to make sure you kill them separately, because if there's 2 or 3 of them on you at once, it's just really hard to deal with. It gets overwhelming. So unless you can run past them all like really quick, and remember they can teleport, so they will follow you, then yeah, just kill them one at a time. Anyway, smack that lever to do another shortcut, and then we reach the top here, and we're coming pretty close to the boss arena. So climb on up, dealing with all the mistakes along the way, and then take this left out at the top. Once we deal with the guys in the next room, we'll be able to find a really useful charm. If you like using magic, the charm will allow you to use less soul when you cast your Vengeful Blast. Anyways, we're going to drop down through this passage. There's going to be some magic guys that are going to be super annoying, so take care of them. This is one of those areas where you really want to kill them separately so that they don't overwhelm you. But once you beat them, head up to the top and hit the switch, and from now on we can just jump across this way, and that way we don't have to fight them. But you jump through the ceiling here, there's going to be a bunch of mistakes that you can kill. And once you kill all of them, at the very end you can find that charm that I was talking about. And be careful because you can't really see them through the doorway until you walk through. But you can go ahead and pick that up. It's called a Spelltwister. So if you like using Vengeful Blast and magic attacks, then that will be a perfect charm for you to use. Then we're going to hop back down the way we came and get ready because we have approached the boss arena. Hop down this hole, there's some soul you can grab and heal up if you need to. Once we head left, you can see the guy like rising up from the background before he comes and attacks you. Anyways, this is the Soul Master. He is a pretty tough boss. He's got 2 phases. So when he just runs across the bottom, you can just jump over it and smack him on the head. But he's going to keep shooting orbs at you, and they're pretty difficult to dodge. But if you jump over them, you can smack him once or twice. And he also has a move where he slams, and then you'll have to jump over the shockwaves. His last move is where he has 4 orbs around him, and you can jump over them and hit him, I think twice. Like if you jump over the first one, you can hit him twice, and then he'll like shrivel up. That's a good time to heal, because if he does shrivel up, then he can't move until you hit him again. But if you don't need to heal, just smack him again. Once you beat him, he does this little thing and flips out everywhere. And then he'll drop your new ability. And we can attempt to grab it. But guess what? He still doesn't like you, so he'll be back. Then smash through the ground, which is going to be the new ability that we get, by the way. And here's phase 2. It's a lot easier, in my opinion. He just slams on the ground a bunch of times. He can kind of jump and dash away. He'll also shoot orbs again, but from different areas. And yeah, it's honestly, to me, it's a lot easier. Especially if you beat the Manus Lords, then this fight shouldn't really be too hard. But after a while, you'll smack him, he'll explode. Yeah, like I said, the second phase is kind of a piece of cake compared to the first one. But then you'll see his ability come out of him, and now you can actually get it. This ability is called Desolate Dive, and now we can smash all those little window panes that we saw when we were passing through. Anytime something's like shaking underneath the ground, you can use this and smash through it. So go ahead and take a look at that, and then we're going to exit out of the boss arena to our left. Now in this next room, we're going to jump up, and you can see one of the glass that you can break through. But first we're going to hop over here and jump upwards. And there's a soul statue, so you can heal up and recharge all your stuff. Some more soul over here, and then across is the boss chest where we can get a lot of money. So then we're going to hop back down, and now we're going to use our new smash ability. So you pretty much jump and smash down whatever button that is for you. And so here's another one. First we're going to hit this switch. Then when we smash down, there's a couple more items we can grab here before we leave. Watch out for the mistakes. There's a door we can't get through yet until we pass back through the bottom. But when you jump up, take this little right crevice, and here you can grab another Hallownest Seal. And now we're gonna hop back up the left-hand side, back to the top, and go hit this soul statue, and then you'll see the ground shake beneath you right here, and that means you can smash through. And you saw the grub up there, so we're gonna have to go back. You can't grab it when you first smash through, but once you smash the floor, once we reach the top again, we can slide back over, and I'll show you guys that. So we're gonna kill these mistakes and head to our right and go back up, and we should be able to hit that lever to unlock the shortcut. So go ahead and hop up this side. We're gonna have to do some Manus clawing and jumps, and then we hit this lever, and then we just go back up to where that soul statue was. And when you drop through the hole, we're gonna stay to our left, and then you can drop right down on the grub. So we've pretty much got everything in the City of Tears for now. There's a couple more things that I'm going to show you guys on our way back, but then we'll show you the next area that we're going to be heading to. So climb out on this side. There's going to be some guys spawn. It's pretty annoying, but we're going to make our way back to the Relickeeper. And the fastest way to do that, we're going to go out this way. There's another soul statue, which I guess we are in the Soul Sanctum, so lots of soul statues in here. But we make our way out. Here's some more glass panes that we're going to crash through. Then over here on the right side, once we crash through here, it's going to bring us back to the area where we had that mini-boss encounter with the knight. So head out to our right, and we've opened up the passageways with the levers that we were hitting earlier, so that'll be easier to get back to the start. So once we deal with everything in this room, we'll head on down and to our left. And then you can see we're passing all the points where the doors were that we had opened previously. But we're gonna just go straight down here. Now we're back in this room that's like super quiet for some reason. So you'll probably notice this is like a really tall tower, and we're pretty much just making our way back down to the bottom of it. So go ahead and hop on this elevator and just continue on our way down. Now this room is a room where there is a little secret over here. Look out for these bats. Pretty hard to dodge them. But up here you can grab a rancid egg, which is not necessary, but probably good to have just in case. You can use it eventually to summon your shadow so that you don't lose all your geo if you get stuck in a tight spot. But then we're gonna head out this way with all these knights. By now we've had enough time to kind of learn their movesets, so they're not really too bad now. But yeah, the enemies are just gonna continue to get harder. So head down this last elevator. And now we see the sign with the star on it. Go ahead if you want to and sell the stuff that we have picked up to the Relickeeper. We're gonna continue down all the way to the bottom, and this is where we're gonna use our simple key, and that's gonna open up the royal waterways. And so that's gonna be our next area. But before we end, we are gonna show you guys one last thing to the right here. If you go to the statue, you can have a little cutscene start. So yeah, Hornet shows up. She'll talk to you for a second. You can interact with the statue after this to unlock the black egg on your map. And then make sure you pick up the lantern for the next video because we're going to need it to light up the royal waterways. And thank you guys so much for watching. If this helped at all, make sure you're subscribed for our future videos. And go ahead and like this video and drop me a comment and let me know what you think. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.